So, right out the gate, this is fake news. I'm just going to say that right now. Right out the gate, this is 100% not real. So, yeah, just telling you right now. But I did think it would make for an interesting discussion real fast. That being the quote-unquote news leak that we were getting a new Jaws film from the scriptwriter of The Shallows, and Scarlett Johansson or Dakota Fanning were attached to the film. All seems like stuff that would be actually true. And before anyone says anything, yes, I know The Mummy 4, at first everyone thought, is that real? And then it turns out, oh my god, it's real. Yes, and I will talk about how Mummy 4 could actually make this real. Because here's the thing. Hollywood always loves franchises. And they love making money. And if Universal's to go on anything with with a new fourth Mummy movie, bringing back the rest of the cast, and we brought Jonathan back. Thank you very much. The big question now is, what do we like? Is Jaws next? And I can actually say it's a possibility. I'm sure that Universal Studios, no doubt, has known about the just absolute cash cow that franchise is. I mean, for the 50th anniversary, it made a ton of money in the 50th anniversary re-release in theaters. Even it was a select theater special viewing, and it actually made a lot of I think it didn't make like blockbuster money, but it made like enough to make Universal go, yeah. I speak because I went to one of those viewings, and yeah, the theater was full. Yeah. And keep in mind, their 50th anniversary at Universal Studios for Jaws, their 50th, where they did up the park. Again, I was there seeing it. I basically have kind of noted that, yeah, they're still making. They really are. And I know it was the 50th anniversary for arguably one of their biggest movie franchises. It's the movie that put Spielberg on the map. I know it's not his first movie, but it is the one that that really got his foot in the door as, a great director. Now, saying that, let's keep in mind that they probably are Universal. At least Universal CEOs studio CEOs have at least looked at the effects of last year, last year's 50th anniversary, and went, maybe. I guarantee you, there were at least talks. There are always talks for a fifth Jaws movie. Now, the reason why we don't have a fifth Jaws movie for so long is because we had Jaws 2 through 4. So that kind of killed the one franchise. And I've said this before, Jaws never needed to be a franchise. And if we do hypothetically get another movie, which again, I think it's on the discussion table. I think after how well the 50th anniversary went, I think at the bare minimum, they're talking about it. So there's probably, and watch because this isn't the first time I've talked about something and it was confirmed, it's not real, and then like a day or two later, it's real. I've seen this happen before. 11 times, actually. But anyway, so yeah, the idea of like a Jaws, if it's going to be another franchise, part of the franchise, excuse me, it's probably more than likely going to be a requel. They're not going to acknowledge any of the sequels. And yes, this is coming from someone who thinks Jaws 2 is not good, but it's definitely fun. I think it has one of the best scenes in Jaws franchise. I think Jaws 2, the scene where Eddie's death, I think that's like I think that's one of the best scenes in Jaws. Like, even it's Like, it's just as good as one of the scenes in the first movie. I think it's one of the best ever. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. Let me get back on topic. And it's not like I haven't talked about the idea of a Jaws requel. Hell, you've probably been on here long enough. You probably know that Jaws is one of my favorite movies, and I've talked about how to pitch a requel. Hell, look at this shirt I'm wearing. Very Jaws inspired. So, yeah, I'm convinced this is not. Yeah, this ain't real. Let's get out. Once again, I have to stress that this isn't real. But what is real is the fact that maybe they are talking, and what might push them through the door to really get them to do it is how successful The Mummy is. If The Mummy 4 is successful, which I'm pretty sure it will be, nostalgia bait alone will get that movie through the door. They are at least they will look at their other franchises and be like, what other one can we make a requel of now? They will absolutely be considering it. Now, the idea of Scarlett Johansson, the whole fake thing actually sounded very plausible. You have the scriptwriter from The Shallows, a really good shark movie, and also the thing of Dakota Johnson or Scarlett Johansson. It would make sense. Scarlett Johansson did a contract for several movies for Universal Studios, so it would be under her contract, as would Dakota Johnson. And it's funny because in my requel pitch, I always pitched Lupita Nyong'o as our main character with Michael Rooker supporting, which I still kind of want that. And keep in mind, Johansson's she's doing for Universal the new Exorcist movie with Mike Flanagan. Like the science, when you first hear it, the science is sound. But I'm getting off. But yeah, this isn't real. But I do think there's a strong possibility that, yeah, if this was real, Universal themselves would have come out and said it by now. With that leak, they would have Universal officials would have been like, oh, fuck, it's out in the open. Just tell them. So yeah, watch. They're actually going to announce this like tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is April Fool's, so wouldn't that be funny? But yeah. So, anyway. Yeah. The movie's not real, but it does make you go, it could actually happen. And that's the other thing is that, yeah, it could. This movie could actually. This Jaws, because again, it would more than likely be a requel. This Jaws requel, because they're never going to remake Jaws. It's one of those movies where if you try to remake it, no one will touch it with a 10-foot pole. It's the same thing of like why no one's made a true remake of Wizard of Oz. Because if you try to remake that movie, you will not get to the same level as that film. There is no way in hell you are So yeah. Trying to remake, but yeah, you can make requels. Or how about like a prequel, like a story about Quint on the Indianapolis? Why don't we do that movie, like Spielberg wanted? Anyway, I don't know what this movie is. I just like talking about Jaws. Anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.